Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Today we have advice from an expert on how to talk to kids about the coronavirus. We also have help for families on creating a new and positive routine during this stressful time. Reena Patel is a parenting expert, guidance counselor, licensed psychologist, and behavior analyst. She joins us now via Skype to share how-tos for helping kids during this unknown time. Hi, Reena.
Hi.
I'm so glad that your people reached out to me because I love the things that you're going to suggest, because I have to say, as a parent, my kids are older. I think it's maybe harder when kids are younger, but this is a tough time for parents as well as kids.
Absolutely. I mean, first of all, many of us are having to, and we're fortunate enough to still be able to work, but we're working from home. And so balancing all of that while our children are still trying to process what's going on and why are we not at school.
Exactly. And I want to talk about your suggestions for conversations with kids, but let's back up just a second here and start with what you suggest in terms of creating a structured day to help kids, especially younger kids maybe, as they're staying at home right now.
It's so important, even us as adults, if you are at home, to create a routine. And structure really does help because your day can get away from you. And I think, especially with a lot of districts about to, if they haven't already, implementing digital learning platforms for even our younger preschool age, elementary school age kiddos, to create a daily structure. And I've got some samples on my social platforms, but it doesn't all have to be so structured where it's academic, but put in time where you are spending time with your family, you are stepping outdoors. There's a misconception about having to just be contained in your house. You could actually go outside, go for walks. You just need to maintain that social distance.
Great point. I like the idea of a schedule, and that probably includes things like meal times, right?
Yes, and meal times, and also do your typical morning routine. And this, again, not just for children, as parents as well, as get ready as if you were going to leave the house. Maintain that. Just don't be in your pajamas the whole day. Do get ready. Do participate in your morning routine. Do have your meals. Take some breaks, whether it's practicing some mindfulness, positive affirmation, do a little bit of yoga, because over time, it can get to you, especially with all this extensive media coverage.
You say practice good hygiene and be sure that we're modeling that for our kids.
Absolutely. And I know that earlier you were talking about the importance of hygiene and washing hands. But for children, we want to continue to teach autonomy. And some of the great things that I've done over the years, even with my own children, is making it fun. And so 20 seconds, that's so abstract. What does that mean for our little ones? And so I always just say, sing the happy birthday song while you're doing it. And I've got my kids making up songs while they're washing their hands. But you also, as an adult and as a parent, want to model those same behaviors because they're watching you. They're the biggest observers.
There's so much information out there right now, and listening to the media, and I think that there are so many great reports that are keeping us updated, but some of those reports can also be kind of scary and troubling for kids, and putting it in context. What do you suggest as it relates to what we're watching and how we explain it to kids?
I mean, that's a great question. I always, for anything important, you always want to state the facts. But most importantly, is understand your child's developmental level. And as parents, we have a tendency to disclose so much information that they may not be ready for. So I always say check for where they are now. Ask them what they know first. And most importantly, is an important tip just for us as parents, is limit the amount of screen time, the amount of news coverage, because it can get to us. Maybe find a time of day as parents to gather all that information and really be cognizant about who's around and who's absorbing. Even your toddlers are, getting some of this information and hearing it, and they may not be ready to understand it.
I love that. And I love what you say, that doctors and scientists are still learning more about this bug. It's made people sick, but that scientists and doctors think that a lot of people will be okay, especially children. So some reassuring things that are fact-based, I think, are important too. We appreciate your time so much. And where can people learn more about you and your book and all the information that you share with people?
Well, you can head over to, I too am doing virtual services, but you can head over to my website, www.reenabpatel.com. And I am also daily posting everything and anything about parenting, especially during this difficult time, at Reena B. Patel on Instagram.
Love it. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate your time.
Take care.
You too.